Have you ever felt like something good was finally about to happen, but then, suddenly, it vanished, slipped through your hands like sand? A job opportunity lost, a relationship falling apart, an unexpected setback just when you were finally rising? Archangel Michael steps forward today with a divine revelation. Your miracle wasn't denied, it was delayed. And the reason is something most never consider. Envy. You see, spiritual energy flows where love and faith align. When you're on the verge of your breakthrough, the universe starts moving everything into place. But if there are people around you, family, friends, colleagues, harboring envy, their energy interferes. They may not speak it out loud. They may smile in your face and cheer for you. But inside, there's a resistance. A silent wish that you don't rise too high, don't outshine, don't receive too much. Archangel Michael reveals this is more than emotion, it's vibration. When someone sends out jealous energy, even unknowingly, it can energetically clog your spiritual channel. The miracle was written, sealed, and scheduled for delivery. But the interference stopped it from arriving. Not permanently. Just postponed, until now. Because today, Archangel Michael brings a message of clarity. It's time for you to break the chain of spiritual delay. It's not your fault you didn't know. It's not your fault someone close to you felt threatened by your light. What matters now is this: you've been shown the truth, and you're being empowered to rise beyond it. Take a deep breath. Think of the last time you almost succeeded. The job, the healing, the opportunity, think of how close it was. That was your scheduled miracle. But someone near you, knowingly or unknowingly, resented your growth. Their envy whispered into the spiritual realm, and that whisper became a block. But heaven watches with open eyes and open ears. And Archangel Michael, who has walked beside you even in your loneliest moments, knew this day would come. He protected the miracle, preserved it, and now offers it back, on the condition that you receive this truth. There are people you must now guard your spirit from. Not out of hate, not out of fear, but wisdom. Everyone cannot walk with you into your blessings. Some people love you until you shine. But the moment your light threatens to expose their shadow, their hearts grow silent. That silence became the delay. Your job now is not revenge or confrontation. Your divine task is elevation. Cleanse your energy. Release their name from your heart, not with anger, but with grace. Say to yourself, I forgive them for the envy they did not understand, and I now open myself to receive what was always mine. The universe responds when you respond. And right now, your response to this message is being observed by heaven itself. Archangel Michael wants you to know, when you choose understanding over bitterness, you unlock the floodgates of divine movement. What was delayed will now begin to move again. Have you noticed repeated patterns of delay in your life? Every time you're about to level up, something pulls you back. This message is your divine confirmation. It wasn't random. It was resistance. But that resistance has reached its expiration date. Today is sacred. The veil is lifted. You were meant to hear this at this exact moment. The angels have preserved your miracle, not stolen, not denied, only protected. Protected from being delivered into a space where you were still surrounded by the wrong spiritual frequencies. But now, your awareness is your permission slip. Archangel Michael stands at the threshold of your breakthrough, sword drawn, spirit alert, guarding your next step. You don't need to chase approval. You don't need to convince anyone of your worth. All you need is alignment with this truth. The delay ends where your faith begins. Now that you understand the reason behind the delay, Archangel Michael urges you to reclaim your spiritual authority. No more doubting yourself. No more shrinking your light to keep others comfortable. You were never meant to blend in. You were always meant to be a vessel for divine flow. This is not just about getting what you asked for. This is about becoming who you were meant to be when you asked for it. Sometimes the delay is not because you're unworthy, but because the atmosphere around you is unready. And heaven, in its infinite mercy, will never deliver a miracle into a toxic room. That's not punishment, that's protection. Think about the times you tried to explain your dreams to someone, and they didn't understand. That wasn't failure, it was foreshadowing. You were seeing with spiritual eyes what others couldn't. But you weren't crazy. You were chosen. And now, the spiritual realm is aligning once again because your heart has returned to trust. Archangel Michael whispers, your miracle didn't disappear. It waited. Waited for your awakening. Waited for your energy to rise above the cloud of comparison. Waited until your soul was strong enough to carry the blessing, even in silence, even without validation. And now? Now is your moment to walk forward. Quietly. Powerfully. Without fear. Because the one thing envy cannot defeat is clarity. And today, you have been given clear insight. You now know why it didn't happen when you thought it should. And that very knowledge unlocks the timeline once again. There is a divine acceleration on your life. What took others years will now come quickly to you, because the energy has shifted. You're no longer fighting unseen resistance blindly. You see it. You've named it. And the moment something is brought into the light, it loses its power. But Archangel Michael also warns, do not speak this message carelessly. This revelation is sacred. It was given to you, not to debate with others, but to align your life with purpose. From this moment forward, protect your peace like a warrior guards a kingdom. Not everyone deserves access to your energy. You are no longer available for spiritual sabotage. Let your spirit rest in this truth. God has not forgotten you. The delay was never denial. It was a divine pause, orchestrated for your protection. And now that you're aware, the flow returns. Slowly at first. Then all at once. And when it does, you'll look back and see that nothing was lost, only rerouted to protect your destiny. So if you're wondering why you felt like everything around you was stuck, if doors wouldn't open no matter how hard you knocked, if the people you trusted suddenly pulled away, or even turned against you, it's not because you did something wrong. It's because something right was about to happen, and the enemy knew it. Archangel Michael stands firm beside you today, not just as a protector, but as a revealer. The truth is, you've been under heavy spiritual observation. Not just by heaven, but by energies that wanted what was meant for you. The envy wasn't always loud. Sometimes, it came cloaked in smiles. In support that turned sour. In silence that screamed betrayal. But now that you're aware, you are no longer under their grip. The delay you experienced is lifting. One by one, the divine doors are unlocking. What felt like punishment will soon make perfect sense. What seemed like rejection was divine redirection. Michael reminds you that divine timing isn't late, it's precise. And now is that moment. That miracle? It's finding you again. Cleansed of interference. Refined by waiting. Strengthened by the fire you passed through. So prepare. Clear your space. Detox your energy. Let go of the distractions. Because your life is about to catch up with the vision you've been carrying for so long. And when it comes, it won't just bless you, it'll leave those who envied you speechless. Not in revenge, but in revelation. They'll see the light they tried to dim now shining brighter than ever. Because when God moves, He doesn't whisper, He roars. And Archangel Michael is sounding the trumpet, the delay is over. The miracle is moving. Archangel Michael is placing his shield before you now, not just to protect, but to deflect the negative intentions that have lingered too long around your aura. Some of those energies didn't come from strangers, they came from those who knew your heart. And yet, they couldn't celebrate your light because it made them confront their own shadows. But now, your energy is being cleared. Heaven has taken notice. There is a spiritual release happening even as you hear this. You may feel lighter, as if something heavy is suddenly being lifted from your shoulders. That is no coincidence. That is the effect of divine intervention. You are not alone in this shift. Countless others have walked through their own delays, only to realize later that they were never setbacks, they were setups. Setups for a breakthrough that could not be tainted by bitterness or envy. Setups for a blessing too sacred to be rushed. Archangel Michael is whispering to your soul, you were delayed, not denied. You were protected, not punished. And now you are being positioned. Positioned for the right connection. For the right opportunity. For the right timing. The kind of alignment that makes all the waiting worth it. The kind of breakthrough that silences every voice that doubted you. The kind of miracle that reflects exactly how much you were loved, even when it felt like heaven was silent. So hear this again, not just with your ears, but with your spirit, the miracle is returning. And this time, nothing will stop it. As Archangel Michael stands beside you, his presence reminds you that even in silence, divine work was being done. You were not forgotten. You were being shielded. Every tear, every unanswered prayer, every season of waiting, it was being collected, recorded, and transformed into fuel for your destiny. The heavens do not operate on human timelines. While others measured your progress by visible results, the divine was measuring it by your growth, your endurance, your trust. And you passed the test. The jealousy of others did not harden your heart. The delay did not make you bitter. That's why the miracle still belongs to you. Now the door is creaking open again. And this time, you will walk through it stronger, wiser, and surrounded by favor. The same voices that once whispered envy will soon fall silent in awe. The same people who tried to hold you back will be left speechless by your rise. Archangel Michael says, prepare. Not just to receive, but to overflow. Not just to be healed, but to help heal others. Not just to witness a miracle, but to be the miracle in someone else's life. And when it happens, it will happen fast. Signs will appear suddenly. Messages will feel louder. Dreams will intensify. Your spirit will feel stirred as if heaven is shouting through every sign, every whisper, every breath, now is your time. The shift is not coming. It has already begun. You feel it. That tingling in your soul. That rise in your chest. That quiet knowing that something has changed. Don't ignore it. You are being watched over, covered, and guided toward the life that was always yours. The delay was never a denial, it was heaven protecting something too precious to be delivered to the wrong version of you. Now, the right version of you has emerged. The miracle is finding you again. Archangel Michael gently reminds you, this delay wasn't just a pause, it was a protection. While others rushed ahead and got lost, you were being led on a divine detour that kept you safe from hidden traps and silent betrayals. You didn't fail. You didn't fall behind. You were being refined, purified, and elevated in secret. Heaven noticed how you didn't fight back when falsely accused. It saw how you stayed humble when overlooked. It honored how you chose peace instead of revenge. Every act of quiet obedience became a seed in the spiritual realm. And now, those seeds are sprouting into blessings you didn't even remember planting. Archangel Michael wants you to know, those who envied your light tried to dim it, but it only made you shine brighter. The silence they imposed turned into stillness for your soul. The delay they caused became a deeper preparation. What was once a setback is now your stage. You've been tempered like steel in fire. You've been molded like clay in divine hands. And now, it's time for the unveiling. But this time, it won't be just for applause, it will be for purpose. You're not being elevated to prove them wrong. You're being lifted to fulfill what's right. Listen closely, signs will come through repeating numbers, through feathers in strange places, through dreams that feel more real than waking life. Archangel Michael will send confirmations in mysterious ways. The message will be unmistakable, you're ready now. So take a deep breath. Feel that warmth around your shoulders? That's not your imagination. That's the presence of divine angels, aligning your steps and clearing your path. Your miracle was delayed because others were not ready to see you blessed. But now the moment is sacred. Heaven has chosen now because it is the hour where no one can block what belongs to you. The gates are open. The miracle is moving. And Archangel Michael stands beside you, sword drawn, wings wide, declaring, this time, nothing will stop it. If this message touched something deep within you, don't let it pass by like just another video. You were guided here for a reason, and Archangel Michael wants you to recognize that divine timing is now. So take a moment, express your faith. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Your words have power. If you felt seen, protected, or understood, show your energy back to the universe. Hit the like button and let heaven know you received this message. And if you want to keep walking this divine path with us, stay connected, there's more coming that your soul needs to hear. And for those who truly believe in the work we're doing here, those who feel the divine presence in every word, there's a way to go even deeper. Support this space in any way you can. Your energy keeps this mission moving forward. Remember, you weren't just watching this. You were chosen to hear it. Stay alert. Stay aligned. Stay protected. Because Archangel Michael never stops fighting for you.